Hey there. Have you ever wondered exactly how long it takes to do your absolute favorite things? Well, today's math adventure is all about mastering time. We're going to unlock the secrets of the clock together, and we actually have a very special, incredibly smart friend joining us to help out. Everyone, meet Coco the clock. Coco is going to guide us on this fantastic journey to answer one of the most important questions you will ever ask. Just how many hours and minutes have passed? So go ahead and grab those thinking caps because it is time to become time-traveling experts. Okay, let's dive right into this. Picture this. You plop down on the couch with a giant bowl of popcorn. You start watching a movie at exactly 5 p.m. It's an action-packed adventure. And right as those credits start rolling, you look at the clock and see it's 7:30 p.m. Now, a really great question pops into your head. How much time actually passed while I was watching? You know, you experience real-world problems like this all the time, whether it's playing video games, doing your homework, or, I don't know, waiting for a pizza to bake. To answer it, we just need a special math tool.
And that special tool? We call it elapsed time. I know, it sounds super fancy, but the definition is actually beautifully simple. Elapsed time is literally just the amount of time that passes between a starting time and an ending time. It's basically the math way of answering the question, how much time passed? Think of it as measuring the distance between two different moments in your day. To find it, we usually look at when an activity finishes, the ending time, and compare it to when it began, the starting time.
So, how do we actually figure that out without getting our brains tied in knots? Well, Coco has this amazing, foolproof method for us. It's our 3-step memory trick, and we're going to use this throughout our entire adventure today. Here it is. Step 1, find your start time. Step 2, move forward through the hours and minutes. And step 3, stop at your end time. Let's say that one more time. Start, move forward, end. If you can remember those 3 steps, I promise you can solve any time puzzle that comes your way. All right, let's walk through our very first basic example together using Coco's trick. So Coco loves a good book and starts reading at 3 p.m. and stops reading at 5 p.m. Step 1, our start time is 3 p.m. Step 2, we move forward. We jump from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Boom, that's 1 hour. Then we jump from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., and that's a second hour. And look at that, step 3, we reached our end time of 5. We just counted forward in whole hours, and it took exactly 2 hours. Fantastic job.
Now, to make this even easier, we can use a number line to really visualize jumping forward in time, especially when things get a little bit more complicated with minutes. Imagine a straight line showing time moving forward. We start at 10:20 a.m. Instead of guessing, we just take big, easy jumps. From 10:20 to 11:20, that's a 1-hour jump. Another hour jump lands us at 12:20 p.m., so we've got 2 hours so far. Then we just need to get from 12:20 to our end time of 1:05 p.m. That happens to be a 45-minute jump. Add those jumps up, and our total elapsed time is 2 hours and 45 minutes.
If making those big minute jumps feels kind of tricky, don't worry. Coco has another brilliant trick called the friendly hour method. This breaks your jumps down into much easier, bite-sized pieces. Say we start at 9:25 a.m. Our first goal is just to reach the next friendly full hour, which is 10 a.m. That's a 35-minute jump. Now that we're at a nice, even 10 o'clock, it's super easy to jump 2 full hours to 12 p.m. Finally, we just do a tiny 10-minute hop to reach 12:10 p.m. Add up the 35 minutes, the 2 hours, and the 10 minutes, and we get the exact same accurate result, completely stress-free.
But wait, there's a really crucial rule we always have to watch out for. What happens when our jumps take us right through the middle of the day? Let's look at a school activity that starts in the morning at 11:30 a.m. and ends at 1 p.m. We're crossing over 12 o'clock, which is noon. When we cross noon, we switch from a.m., the morning, to p.m., the afternoon. So jumping from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. is 1 hour, and then 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. is another 30 minutes. Always remember that 12 o'clock boundary line. For you older learners out there who love crunching numbers, there's actually a subtraction strategy you can use too. You just take your ending time and subtract your starting time. But beware, time math is, well, it's a little different from normal math. If you try to subtract 240 from 515, you can't just take 40 minutes away from 15 minutes. You have to borrow. But you don't borrow a 10 like in regular subtraction, you borrow a whole hour, which is 60 minutes. So 5 hours and 15 minutes magically transforms into 4 hours and 75 minutes. Now you can easily subtract 2 hours and 40 minutes, leaving you with 2 hours and 35 minutes. Pretty neat, right?
Okay, before we put your new skills to the test, I need to warn you about a few common time traps. Keep your eyes wide open for these mistakes. First, never move backward. Time always flows forward from start to end. Second, like we just saw, do not forget your AM and PM labels. Third, and honestly, this is a big one, never treat 60 minutes like 100. 1 hour is exactly 60 minutes, no more, no less. And finally, don't forget to carefully count those little extra minutes hanging off the end of your hours.
Section title, Interactive Time Challenge. Grab a piece of paper or just use your mental number line and let's solve some problems together before I reveal the answers. You ready? Let's do this.
Here is question 1. Coco sits down and starts reading a brand new comic book at exactly 2 p.m. Coco finishes reading at exactly 4 p.m. Remember your 3 steps: start, move forward, end. Think about how many whole hour jumps it takes to get from 2 to 4. Do you know it? Let's see how much time passed.
Yes, the answer is a big, beautiful 2, exactly 2 hours have passed. We started at 2 p.m., jumped forward 1 hour to 3 p.m., and jumped a second hour to our ending time of 4 p.m. Give yourself a massive pat on the back if you got that one right. You're already becoming a master of time.
Let's step it up a notch and move right into our second challenge, which mixes hours and half hours. Imagine you're at the cinema. The movie starts at 1:30 p.m. It ends at 3 p.m. Now, don't panic because of the 30 minutes. Just use your number line. What happens if you jump 1 full hour from 1:30 p.m.? Where do you land and how much further do you have to go? Pause if you need a second to think.
The elapsed time is 1 hour and 30 minutes. Let's remind ourselves of our golden rule. Start, move forward, end. We started at 1:30 p.m. We moved forward 1 full hour to reach 2:30 p.m. From 2:30, we just needed 30 more minutes to hit the ending time of 3 p.m. You guys are crushing this. Let's keep this momentum going.
Question 3. A school class starts bright and early at 9:15 a.m. The bell rings to end the class at 11:45 a.m. How much time passed? I encourage you to try and visualize those number line jumps in your head. Do your full hour jumps first. Jump from 9:15 to 10:15. Keep going until you're close, and then count those remaining minutes. You got it?
The answer is 2 hours and 30 minutes. Let's quickly break down the logic here. We started at 9:15 a.m., we made a 1 hour jump to 10:15 a.m., and a second 1 hour jump to 11:15 a.m. That right there is our 2 hours. Then, from 11:15 a.m., we just needed a final 30-minute jump to reach 11:45 a.m. Visualizing the jumps makes it so clear and easy to follow.
Okay, here is your last rapid-fire question before our grand finale. Coco starts playing outside at 4:40 p.m. and stops playing at 6:10 p.m. Be super careful with this one. We're crossing over the hour mark. You can definitely use the friendly hour trick we learned earlier. How many minutes does it take to get from 4:40 to the friendly hour of 5 p.m.? Think about it.
And the answer is 1 hour and 30 minutes. You could tackle this in a few ways. You could jump a full hour from 4:40 to 5:40 and then add 30 minutes to reach 6:10. Incredible work, everyone. If you followed along and solved these, your brain is doing some serious heavy lifting right now. We're doing awesome.
Section title, The Final Boss Challenge and Coco's Recap. Let's put everything we've learned today to the ultimate test.
Here it is, the final challenge. Coco started playing with toys at exactly 3:25 p.m. Coco had so much fun that they didn't stop playing until 6:10 p.m. How long did Coco play? I highly encourage you to use the friendly hour trick or draw it out a quick number line for this one. Take your time, make your jumps carefully, and please, don't forget that 60 minutes makes a whole hour. Let's map this out together and see how it builds to the final answer. We start at 3:25 p.m. If we jump 1 hour, we're at 4:25. If we jump a second hour, we land at 5:25 p.m. That's 2 big hours right there. Now we just need to get from 5:25 to 6:10. Using our friendly hour trick, it's 35 minutes to reach 6 and another 10 minutes to reach 6:10. 35 plus 10 is a 45-minute jump. Put the whole shebang together and our total elapsed time is a whopping 2 hours and 45 minutes.
So, the crucial point here is that elapsed time isn't just something we solve on a chalkboard in math class. It is literally everywhere in our daily routines, from breakfast all the way to bedtime. Think about your own day. Cooking breakfast might have an elapsed time of 45 minutes. Sitting down to study your homework, that might take 1 hour and 30 minutes. Watching that great movie with popcorn takes 2 hours and 30 minutes. And your whole school day, that's an elapsed time of about 5 hours. You're navigating time all day long.
Let's do a final, super fast recap of Coco's golden rules just to permanently cement this in your amazing brains. Rule number 1, 60 minutes will always equal 1 hour. And rule number 2, whenever someone asks you how much time has passed, use the 3-step method. Find your start time, move forward using big hour jumps and small minute jumps until you reach your end time. Start, move forward, end.
You have done a phenomenal job today. But before I let you go, I want to leave you with one final exciting puzzle so you can apply your new skills right this very second. Look around and find a real clock in your room right now. Got the time? Okay, here's my question for you. If your next amazing math adventure starts in exactly 45 minutes, what time will your clock say? Think about it, count forward, and I'll see you next time on our next learning journey.